How are you?
Well, Neil, it's another beautiful day here in North Carolina. About 80 degrees here. Going to go play golf this afternoon, but there's a lot of things we need to concentrate on today,
Oh
especially
my goodness. Yeah,
what's
and you
going on in the
always
market.
you always talk about sequence returns risk. I mean, the I'm just gonna our topic today is what is and so let's say today's is the economic downturn that happened yesterday after President Trump's tariffs, where the whole world market is going haywire. We don't even know where it's going to turn out. But that's why you need someone like you, Alan, because you can't live off of what the stock market says about things. So we'll kind of get going, but I just wanted to summarize. But you've been talking about this, Alan, for years since we've been doing the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, okay. So what is the stock market downturn going to do to retirement? Alan, everyone is worried about what are your thoughts?
Well, first understand the market goes up, the market goes down. It depends on when you retire. And one of the main things about when you retire is sequence returns risk. And there's talking of going down. Well, it was down in 2000. Okay, it's just reached that point yesterday. It may go down some more. But people don't understand about these tariffs or what they're going to do. He's already brought in over $7 trillion in the to build businesses in America. That's going to take a little time. But the thing is, like Canada, their tariffs are like 252% on dairy products for our dairy products. And I heard last week or this week that Canada says, well, we'll have zero tariffs if you do. They said that's what Trump's all about is reciprocation. You want to put 50% tariffs on me? I'm going to put 50% tariffs on you.
Right.
And
And
then we end up defending everybody in the free world. But people need to understand this market goes up, the market goes down. And I've got some fixes for this. But one of the things that people, especially with their money in the market, they've been inundated by the propaganda of Wall Street and fee-based advisors that the only way to save for your retirement is through a 401k or stock portfolio. It's part of it, but it's not the whole thing. It's absolutely terrible to think that. But sequence returns risk, and I've gone over this many times, Neil. If you have a downturn in the first 2 to 3 years of a market, when you go to retire, as compared to the last 2 or 3 years of a 10 or 20 year period, you're going to be out of money anywhere from the fifth to the ninth year. And people ask me, well, Alan, what do you mean by that? Okay, let's give an example. $1 million in a stock portfolio. They say a 4% distribution rate is a safe distribution rate to last for 30 years with I think a 3% increase in inflation. Well, mine lasts for up to 120 and it's guaranteed. But the thing is, that 4% is now down to 2.8%. But let's say it's the 4%. That's
exactly.
$40,000 a year. Okay.
Mhm.
That's before taxes to include state tax, social security tax, federal tax, the means tested in your Medicare Part B, and other things. Now, understand this too. Let's say that you have a loss of 10% in the market the first year. So that's went from 1 million down to 900,000
Right.
minus the 40,000 you took out, minus the fees you pay that advisor, whether they make money or whether you make money or not. And then what happens if 2008 happens again, where they have 38 to 52% loss in the market? People don't understand it takes 100% gain to come back from a 50% loss in the market. They don't
Right.
understand that. It's just like in 2008. It was the fall of 2015 before it came back to the same level.
Now,
But
with
there's
the
big
market
days.
dropping 1,800 points or wherever it ended up being yesterday, Alan, I think this is one of the things because you are like probably the go-to person people need to talk to now. Meaning, because guess what? There are so many people freaking out. And I didn't check the market this morning. Is it still down, Alan?
Yeah, it's down.
Uh-huh.
But
No, but this is where I want to ask you your expertise. We'll kind of jump into further more things, but this is very, very important stuff, Alan. You are the go-to guy that needs to be on every show today, right? To give people hope. Alan,
well, I mean, first off, some things that people can do. First off, you need to assess your retirement needs, determine what required income you're going to need based on of course, your lifestyle. You need to, here's the big thing. You need to diversify and balance your investments and avoid overexposure to market risk. Now, Neil, I'm 72 years of age. I'm very conservative, and what I want is guaranteed income.
But I think that's if no one has any retirement, Alan, why doesn't everyone just want guaranteed income and forget this risk? You might as well sports gamble. You might as well bet who's going to win the Final Four. It's going to be Duke, right? Even though you hate Duke, right?
No, I love Duke. It's North
I
Carolina.
thought I thought you're a North Carolina fan.
Well, they're in North Carolina's not in anymore, and so Duke's right up this road from me.
So
So
if
yeah,
you ended
go
up
Duke.
landing, if you decide I'm going to put $10,000 on Duke to win the national championship, I would not do this. This is not me being a gambler. You could end up still winning 2-3 grand. You'd still have more return off of gambling
Yeah,
than the stock market right now.
yeah.
I was
No,
talking to one of my hopefully new clients, Neil Smith, the former general manager of the New York Rangers. And I said, you know what you need to create? You need to create an AI sports app for betting and sports because it's one of the biggest businesses and industries. But that's
yeah,
risk. This is more risk because I don't think you're going to go see Cinderellas win every night in
yeah.
basketball or football. You're at least going to win 50% of their 49% of the time or 40% of the time. You're not winning 40% of the time in the market, are you?
No, not at all. I mean, when the market's great, the market's great. But the vast majority of Americans don't have money in the market.
Right.
And if they got it, they're in a 401k. And you know, understand, we've gone over this many, many times. A 1% fee in a 401k will reduce your income by 1/3 over a 30-year period. But the average fee in a 401k is 2.99%, and that's by Lap Times and Forbes magazine. People will have less than half of their money, and then they get hit with taxes for anywhere from 20 to over 55%. It also affects the taxation of Social Security and the means testing for Medicare Part B. People don't know this. I don't think the CPAs or financial advisors even know it.
And they're not.
It'll be
And
in the thousands a year.
so can we recover? Let's just say the market drops to 2008 numbers because Trump is doing something. Historically, it's not come back to I think the 1800s, the last time we implemented tariffs, or before the roaring that led to the roaring 20s is the first last time we've done tariffs before. How can other countries tariff us, but we're not going to tariff them back? That's the crazy thing, right?
Yeah.
And ultimately I think there's one party that wants us to be a global society. Well, you know what? We got to take care of our own. How many jobs have gone overseas? It's crazy.
That's exactly what's happened, Neil, because we lost all of we used to be the industry juggernaut, but all our factories have moved overseas to China and Mexico. Well, they're coming back now. Now, it's not going to be an immediate fix.
So what do you think that the fix would be? Year, 2 years?
Well, yeah, it's going to start soon because first off, the price of oil will be going down. That drives everything.
And we've
And
not
people don't
even have we
understand that.
and all this stuff is because judges are stopping Trump from doing what he wants
Oh,
to do.
it's so I just get angry thinking about it, to tell you the truth. But I mean, I saw the border crossings, 9 as compared to 186,000 when Biden was in for the month or for the year.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
exactly.
just crazy.
All right. What my question to you as a financial guy, you
Okay.
play for the long term, but you don't play the market with the 401ks. You want to have diversification, and cash value life insurance is the best way to protect yourself, protect your family, and then do different things
Well,
with your money and have guaranteed money.
here's what I have to say. If you're retiring right now and you had $1 million in a stock portfolio for a $40,000 distribution rate, you'd only need approximately $650,000 out of that stock portfolio to give you the same $40,000 with increasing income, and possibly for you and your spouse, it'd be a 0.5% less because you're insuring 2 lives. But if that stock portfolio dropped down to 600,000 or 650,000, you've got a financial vehicle that will give you the same and even better benefits because it's guaranteed income that you cannot outlive. If the accumulation value goes to zero, you're still getting that money till you're 120 or till you die or your spouse. And if there's any money left over in the accumulation value, that goes to your beneficiary. I mean, that's nothing to do with the market because we're not
Exactly.
the market. We use indexing strategies to grow our value.
Now let's talk about something, Alan. This is very interesting. I know I'm kind of off script. This is a big topic. It's a virality topic at this point in time. The fact is that the where we are today and where the market is today, this is where you need someone like you to work with because I'm telling you, everyone is looking at the 401ks ready to jump off a bridge or wherever or anything. And could we even hit when we hit recession? Oh, times are over. And we all know that it was only certain stocks were earning and they were
Yep.
all tech stocks. And now all these tech companies that didn't decide to bring their business here, that's the reason the stock market has been where it is. And guaranteed income for life. And then the other thing, my client, Dr. Robert Marks, is developing a stem cell technology that could end up, we could be living another double the time. That's why you're putting 140 years on. How old are you putting the people to live, even though they're not living yet? Because of where
120.
120 people are going to live to 120 and they retire at 60. How are they going to have? How will $1 million last for them?
It won't. They'll be out of money very soon. The average person or couple, I believe, they have to pay something like 300 right now, $315,000 in healthcare costs. Then it goes up every year, average. And with people, people are going, well, I've got my Social Security. Social Security will put you in poverty level, and that they're not prepared for it. I've got many people that, well, I've been working. I just didn't get my retirement plan put together, and they're 60 years of age. Alan, what can I do? I said, well, one thing you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to work longer. But I said, people need to plan, and that's the one thing I tell people. I don't care. Plan when you're 20. That's the best time. That's the cheapest time. That will give you the most benefits. But what you need to do is diversify and balance your investments. Avoid overexposure to market risk. I don't care if you're young or old,
Exactly.
because it's like Susie Orman and Dave Ramsey. They all say um, insurance products are a bad investment. Well, first off, they're not an investment. It's derogatory to call insurance products an investment because they're an asset class all their own. There's no other financial vehicle out there that will give you the benefits of a properly constructed fixed or fixed indexed annuity or cash value life insurance, whether it's whole life or indexed universal life, that gives you the benefits, the guarantees, the protection. I mean, as I said before, Neil, what if I could show you a financial vehicle that can be at times tax deductible if set up right? It grows tax deferred. Your distributions are tax free. It doesn't affect the taxation of Social Security or the means testing for Medicare Part B. You're protected from market risk, all the while giving you the opportunity to get the gains of a down market. You're protected from lawsuits, liens, and judgments. It avoids probate. If you don't know what that is, it's a lawsuit that's initiated by you, you're going to pay for, and you're going to lose. Because, as an example, Prince the Entertainer, when he passed away a couple of years ago, he had no exit plan, no will or trust documents set up. The government goes in and puts it in probate. They seize all the assets. They'll sell those assets to pay the taxes on the estate. And what's really criminal about this, attorneys will get 6 to 12% of that estate, and the beneficiaries will end up with about maybe 15, 20, maybe 25.
Wow. Okay.
And people don't know this.
No,
Uh,
totally.
but the other thing too, people don't understand the risk in retirement. I can eliminate the risk in retirement, such as just like we explained, sequence of returns risk. The number one fear in retirement, Neil, is running out of money before you run out of life. I can guarantee people never to run out of money. I don't care how long they live. They live past the 120. Um, the longevity risk, which is a risk multiplier, because the older
Hmm.
you are, the more prevalent these risks come. I can get rid of market risk, government risk, tax risk. People just don't know what insurance products can do until they start thinking outside the box of conventional financial planning. You can become your own bank with properly constructed life insurance policy. I've got 8 of them. I've got 5 index policies for my retirement, and I've got 3 whole life policies. 2 of them are college education funding vehicles for my granddaughters. That does not affect what do you call it, FAFSA,
Right.
the income for college aid. It doesn't affect FAFSA. People don't know that.
No. And that's why they need to contact you. But Alan, one of the big things about protecting yourself is this book coming out. When is this coming out? I'm getting so
It,
excited to read
yeah,
it.
well,
I mean,
it's
all
on
the different
Amazon right
things.
now.
It's on Amazon right now. When did that drop, that book?
Say again.
When did your book come out?
It's out now. It's on Amazon right now.
Oh, great.
It's called Tax-Free Retirement Solution. It's also in Kindle form. So
Fantastic.
everything that I say on these podcasts is all contained in that book. And I feel it's one of my better ones because it's very personal. I tell my own personal story, how um, the market and the healthcare has affected my family and what it's done for me, and gives me the passion to do what I do today.
Well, Alan, a tremendous information. What you have to tell people if the market continues to drop, which you predicted. Oh yeah, it was 2 years ago on this podcast you predicted a recession or even potential depression. You didn't think it would be coming out on a Trump heels, but you called for this. You said the market was going to drop. Who did we have on the program? One of you, one as an expert about 2023, telling us about this.
He's a
I,
billionaire.
yeah,
I can't remember his
yeah,
name right
no,
off.
no. I'm talking about one of your friends that wrote another book, and different people. They're saying, "Watch out! The market's about to go."
Oh, um, I can't recall right
I
off the
can't
top.
recall either, too. But that's the kind of stuff, Alan, that you bring to the table to warn people of what's coming. Well, and you know what? And honestly, the market, as we saw in 2008, it was a coincidence when the 2008 market crashed, wasn't it, Alan? It
Yeah.
happened exactly the right time because of Barney Frank helping it happen so that Barack Obama would be reelected. I mean, it's common sense what how the system works and what happens. You know?
Well, there's so many things that are going out there that are coming to light right now. The wasteful spending. Uh, One of the things I can't wait is these politicians that go in there. I think uh, what's her name, AOC. She was a bartender, and now she's worth like $21 million. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
And that's where hopefully some things will change. Best place we can go is strategicwealthstrategies.com or email you at strategicwealth, the number 0 at gmail.com or call you at 910-551-1046. Appreciate it, Alan. Great
You bet.
stuff. All right.
Everybody,
That
hey,
was
give
the,
me a call.
oh, you got to
Charge
call
my
him.
consultation.
He just keep calling him truly because that he is your answer in this